There are names of athletes that endure through time.
Who said that? The doctors? They're drinking with the old man from the residency, drinking spirits. They haven't even tried it, have they? Look, here. It's like he's put on pads on his skin. Before the chicken breasts, I struggled with chicken breasts. I hadn't even heard about Mega before. They gave me just one rod from some elevator operator. Dust flew out. I was like, what's this? I mix it in water, and there's styrofoam floating in it.
They'll say, well, what an idiot, damn, I'll faint. Is this metal? I say it's a gem. Well, you just have to keep at it. Practice, and practice. They're creaking, my friends. Alexander Yashankin. I don't know, there are athletes whose names endure through time. And then there are people who are examples, legends, icons for many generations. If I'm not mistaken, 69 years old.
No, why? In a month, I'll be 70.
Well, why say it? 70?
Basically 70.
Basically 70. My friends, whenever someone tells me something about bodybuilding, anything at all, as soon as they start talking about age, or what will happen, or how things will be,
I say, guys,
let's all just stop right now. All together, let's stop right this moment. I go on Instagram, type it in, my friends. Alexander Yashankin. I say, take a look. Seriously. I say, pick your jaw up off the floor. Bodybuilding is a good thing.
No, it's actually cool.
It's amazing.
Of course, that is absolutely fine.
How? Still, do you think it's your super genetics or something? Or is it really about proper training? Bodybuilding is one of the most amazing sports.
That's exactly right, because bodybuilding is for all ages. We have competitions for 7-year-olds and for people who are 70. At any age, this sport is accessible to everyone. Well, me, I just work at the gym. If I worked at a factory, maybe I could do it too. I do personal training, and if I have free time, I work out. I train every day, despite what the doctors say. Every day, if I have time, twice a day, every day, no days off, it's fine. They say you shouldn't put stress on your heart after 40. And who said that, doctors? They hang out with toxic resuscitators, drinking alcohol there. They haven't even tried it themselves, right?
Fair enough.
Of course, they've never tried it themselves.
Guys, do you feel the energy level here? Young guys, it's a tough road for them. Yeah.
They die, but you don't. That's
amazing. I would really like to hear a few of your own personal rules for the guys out there, specifically regarding the sport of bodybuilding. What do you think about that, and what is your very specific, unique approach to training? I know that you, if I remember correctly, are not a fan of cardio. You might often think that doing many more repetitions is a much better option, because there are actually some people who are constantly...
Well, look, here's what I'll say. I say, how about you? What did you write there? Nutrition. So 100 grams of fat or 70 or 80 grams of fat? I say 80 grams of fat, 9.8, that's 720 kilocalories. That's only... You can't even burn off all those fats. And when are you going to burn your own fat? That's why I do high rep sets and several supersets, or 2 muscle groups at once. Chest and shoulders, for example, together. I go in a circle like that with 4 or 5 exercises. That's basically cardio right there. So it turns into a kind of strength training. That's why cardio takes up time. I just don't have the time. I'd rather lift weights.
Fair enough. I have a question too. I want to do cardio to lose weight. From a scientific standpoint, strength training burns more energy. So you can burn energy more efficiently, spend more kilocalories by doing strength training.
See, exactly. It's like he's a wizard right now. I can feel it on my skin. Without cardio. No, cardio is definitely good for you, of course. Going for a walk in the fresh air, going for a run, breathing deeply. It's great for your heart and lungs. Everything's awesome. You get more oxygen, your productivity goes up. But I'm fine as it is. I like going for walks too.
Excellent. The first secret, you have more of that kind of work. Let's talk about something related to nutrition, a particular approach that you personally follow.
Well, look, nutrition is basically the main thing, and I stick to it. For example, I boil eggs, right? Soft boiled, not overcooked, because if you overcook them and eat 4 or 5, you'll choke. So once they start boiling, I turn down the heat, let them go for 7 to 8 minutes, and you get a nice soft boiled egg. But peeling soft boiled eggs takes a long time, it's tedious. So I just crack them, break them open, and scoop out the yolk with a spoon. So for example, 7 to 8 egg whites, maybe 1 yolk, some rice, and some greens. I used to struggle with chicken breasts. Oh, I really suffered eating chicken breasts. But now my wife grinds up some turkey and makes cutlets, and everything is great. And also rice, oatmeal, buckwheat, some greens, that's it. It's just simple food like that. Because what can I say? Well, as an example, let's say a person up to 37, young, everything is fine, liver, kidneys, everything is clean. But gradually, the filter, if you take a filter, whether you pour clean water or dirty water, if you pour dirty water, the filter gets clogged. And it's the same with eating all sorts of junk, all that food waste, you know. You clog up your body, and then after 40 or 50, your liver, kidneys, everything, acne, all that stuff starts showing up. But I'm all clean. See, my skin, not a single pimple. Let me say something about fats. Just imagine. Go ahead.
This is for everyone, maybe even for you. Well, let's check now.
Yeah. Look, Dima and I, as an example, I'll give you this example. So, a long time ago, I read somewhere, if in one store a pair of shoes costs 4,000 and in another 9,000, exactly the same ones. Why buy them for 9,000 when you can get them for 4,000? So fats have 9 kilocalories, proteins 4, carbohydrates 4. That's why I cut out fats, completely cut them out. I've spent my whole life without fats at all. How do I live? Am I serious? Dima and I are shaking. Wait, in the 90s, then 2000, I had 5 proteins. Well, we didn't have any money then. So 5 egg whites for lunch, omelets from 5 egg whites for lunch, and 5 egg whites in the evening. Not a single bit of fat at all. We gave it all to one of the lifters. Well, rice, greens, tomatoes. That's it. Absolutely no fats at all my whole life. And how I survived, I don't know. Everything's fine. And fats, well, it's been proven that they're needed for metabolism, for skin, for cell membranes. You can't pull out your hair, your nails. Look, your nails are fine, your hair, you can't pull it out.
No hair here.
I won't argue at all. Yeah, so really, without fats. Omega-3s there. Aminamides 3. I hadn't heard about omega before. I've worked hard my whole life, just like I do now. And now it's all about omega-3s. And BCAA, what's that? Well, I know. I've been through it. Look, protein molecules, now I'm going to do some anti-advertising. Protein molecules are made up of 21 amino acids. The main one is glutamine. 8 are essential. Among them are leucine, methionine, meline. That's BCAA. And so what is BCAA? Well, it's glutamine, acids, long chains, amino acids in the blood. You know, this is Golovneva. Misha. He tells me about it. A company, it's a sponsor company. He has sponsor-provided nutrition. So he says BCAA will feed you in 10 to 15 minutes. It's a can like this. 2,000 amino acids. Well, these are small BCAAs like this. Well, I drank such a scoop, probably 10 of them. I trained for about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, and then I just crashed. I was like, what's going on? I mix it in water, and there's styrofoam floating in it. Well, there you go. And he was telling me that they'd feed you in 10 minutes. Well, sure, if they're liquid, maybe. But again, with complex ones, what difference does 5 minutes make? 5 minutes doesn't really change anything. Take Hydro Whey, for example, right? It's processed so finely that after 20 minutes, it just falls apart. You know what I mean? Well, that's it. I drank it. Basically, this is an anti-ad for BCAAs. Oh, sorry. You don't drink BCAAs? Never at all. Never. And fats,
Rational type. Do you track your calories? If, say, you just have, 5 eggs.
Let me tell you more. I don't count them. Never in my life have I eaten more than 1 egg at a time. Like I said, this is how I eat. I've always eaten this way.
15 eggs a day, a bit of rice, some vegetables. That's my usual food supply.
That's the kind of stock I keep for food. If I eat more, I'll bulk up even more. No, but you see, I've added a little now.
There's some volume now.
Yeah, much better. I can see you look bigger. But who's counting? They say, you know, a friend. He's the one counting, writing everything down, so smart, 4,500 calories. Well, he ate his fill and his friend, they're together. They're in the Chelyabinsk region, where we work up to 8,000 calories, sometimes more. He pushed it up to 110, gained weight. Now he's maybe around 90 kilos, but there's nothing left, nothing remains. So train, and train again.
All right, let's go on. I still want to learn something else. Okay, let's do it this way. Here, first of all, there are no doping substances in bodybuilding. But if, in some universe, doping did exist, what kind of doping would you probably recommend to an athlete? The classic cycle, the most effective or the safest one? Or is there some other drug you would prefer in an alternative universe?
Look, here's the thing, right now. So your cycle, how do you do PCT? I'm telling you, I don't do PCT, I just don't have a cycle at all. I just do 1 cube a week and that's it. But now, as I was preparing, 2 units of hormone and a cube per week, and it's no big deal if it's just once a month. That's it.
Well, just to make you do it faster.
No, seriously, that's all. I swear.
That's how it could have been done. No.
But at least I'm still alive. Because, guys, take my brother-in-law Kornukin, for example. He also signed off earlier. I'm telling you, he just closed his eyes to someone. Not to me, but to someone else. Me, damn it, just like that. Well, in there, guys. And
Were the doses always low?
my whole life, so
Just a little bit and keep working hard.
my whole life, yes, I'm working hard. Well, you see for yourself, at least I'm healthy and alive. I have friends. Vova from Kalyak, Vova from Tirana. They beat me. They're that. Thank you. Sosnovinsky and Demo Polyakov, Tagir. Well, Tagir, yeah, it's a pity about him. Then there was Lishevsky. You don't know him. There was this guy, a real bandit, walked around all important. Damn it. Old anyway. Everyone was there. And I was just normal.
And they like to take more?
It wasn't just more. They had proper cycles there. There's methamphetamine, just to shake things up a bit.
Instead of vitamins?
Yeah, just like that. That's why there's no cycle, and that's why I just had an ultrasound of all my organs. I've had colic for a long time now. Neuralgia. Well, yeah, that's fine. So there I was in Sverdlovsk with the Minister of Health, Andrei Alexandrovich Karlov. I was, well, kind of training. He said, let's get you checked out. Do an FGS for me. Everything was fine. So maybe it's something with the esophagus, like esophagitis or something somewhere. They did a barium x-ray turning me over. Everything was fine, so maybe the diaphragm. I need to get an MRI. Everything's fine. I need to get a CT scan. So in the stomach, in the pouch, right? Everything's fine. Everything is fine. What else can be done? In short, I did everything. Well, there was an ECG, blood pressure 120/80. The ECG was good, so everything's fine.
Health condition is perfect. Yes, I want to actually, we're always thinking about something. And bodybuilding, competitions, I see you on stage all the time regularly. That's every season. Will you...
I've actually participated in 19 World Championships. I didn't go to 3 of them, though I was ready. Well, there was El Salvador, I didn't go to that one. What kind of country is that, right? In 2015, my form was really on point. In 2017, my wife had heart trouble all night. She had to be taken by ambulance, and we had already bought tickets to Romania. Maybe it was a heart attack. So I didn't go, and in 2004, they didn't give me the money. But I was ready. So that's basically 21 World Championships and 3 or 4 European Championships. That's 25 I got ready for. But I'm always ready. If I push myself a bit harder, I'm ready. Just a bit tougher. Otherwise, I don't fall apart. I just don't have the time. Always.
in shape? Will you keep competing to the very limit?
I don't know, but for now I feel good. Now people say, how good is he? I say, we'll see in the fall. If everything goes well, I'll be even better. The Russian Championship will be held here in Moscow.
They promise it'll be a big event.
I've already settled in. I don't need 2 weeks to get ready. I need half a year.
That's a good question. A lot of our guys, they just chill, relax, and then when the competition's coming up, they start getting ready. Honestly, I think your preparation should start the moment you step off the stage, take off your medal, and begin getting ready for the next tournament. Seriously, I mean it.
I came to the championships, I won the world championship, and for about 2 months I saw how people relax after that. I go to the gym so I don't lose my shape, and I start preparing for the next one. Alexander.
Thank you very much. That's super cool. I wish you many more years.
Well, I always follow you, Soloma, yes. I always watch. Thank you.
So much. Now I'm blushing. Thank you so much.
No, what are you thanking me for?
I just know what will happen. When this man is on stage, there will be the loudest applause of those that have been in the hall in these days. It's always like this.
Let me show you.
Let's do it this way. Around the world, okay? Fine.
I would like to formally address you, most honorable and distinguished minister, with the utmost respect and consideration for your esteemed position.
Pavlenko. Alexander Pavlenko. Everyone shows this press is rustling, but I always get an erection. Always in place.
Very cool. I'm just grateful. Awesome.